Celestials. This is going to be a pick a card on what can you expect during this Venus in Shravana, December 28th through January 8th. This is a transit of Venus in sidereal Capricorn and the nakshatra Shravana. So Venus in Shravana, this is all about questioning your relationships, understanding what you're doing and what you have learned from your relationships. This is a time of understanding your relationships and understanding what they really mean, and also like what path you truly wish to have in your relationships. Like, so Venus in Shravana, this time from December 28th today to January 8th, you are going to be exploring the true path of relationships that you actually desire, not necessarily desire. Actually, it's more so what you believe is your path, what path will bring you fulfillment in life. And you know, so this transit, you're really going to understand the path that you're really on, and if this is actually your true path, and you're going to become wiser from your experiences at this time. Okay, so we're going to find out what you can expect during this next week and a half or so of this transit of Venus in Shravana. Okay, so I have 4 piles here. I have pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, and pile number 4. Take a moment and pick your pile, and I'm going to get started with pile number 1. Okay, so if you chose pile number 1, this is going to be your reading. So we're going to look at a few things here. We're going to look at what generally is coming for you in the next week and a half. The overall sacred traveler message is going to tell you what actual physical experiences are going to come into your life the next week and a half in your relationships. Okay, this could be relationships of any kind, but we are going to explore that astrologically with some astrology cards. So I have 1 sign and 1 house for each pile. And then we're going to get some spiritual advice and what you need to know on this journey. So let's find out what's going on. So you have pile number 1, infinite abundance. So this says abundance is pouring into your life. Now, abundance, okay? Abundance is literally having everything you want and desire, okay? And I feel as though this is something you've been wanting for a very long time, okay? And you know, it's like in this card, they're picking all the fruits of all of their hard labor. So what I'm picking up is that you are the kind of person that has definitely been very devoted in all your relationships. In all your experiences, you've been very devoted. You've given yourself. You have been honest. You've been hardworking. You really have invested in your relationships. And so Spirit is giving you an abundance at this time. This could actually manifest as a physical gift. Someone could be giving you a gift, okay? This could be manifesting as yeah, someone, like, you know, I'm definitely especially picking up, you know, gifts. Someone is giving you something. You are receiving a tangible gift soon, okay, during this transit of Venus in Shravana. And this could even be money, okay? This could be this could be related to work even. This could be financial abundance. It could be for some of you it's financial, and for some of you I'm seeing I'm especially seeing financial abundance here, but this could be a gift from somebody that you love. So let's look at your astrology cards and find out what kind of abundance is coming to you. So I have Cancer. It says respect your feelings. This was the sign this has to do with. So, and then the house is the 10th house. So as I was saying, I did think that this was a financial pile. So for a lot of you, this is related to your finances and career, but it could also just be your overall like long-term committed relationships. This could be even a proposal for some of you, because Cancer also rules the home, or the 4th house even, and it says respect your feelings and you will start all over again. This does not have to be in a literal starting over. It could be a proposal. It could be going from girlfriend to wife even, you know, or girlfriend from fiance and then to wife, or fiance to wife even for some of you, you know. This could be the abundance coming into your life. And yeah, I definitely see this, like, there's a very deep emotional connection that you have with someone, and it could, if it is work related for a lot of you, this career that you are currently in is going to get, you're going to feel even closer, and you're gonna, this is probably going to turn out to be your dream career, or you could get hired at your dream career. So let's see what else is going on for you as spiritual advice. So it says computer, it says upgrade your mental software. Okay, and I'm going to look at the tarot as well. I'm going to lay out the tarot. So for your tarot, I have the King of Vessels in reverse. I have the Journey in reverse. I have, excuse me, the Empress, or the Green Woman in reverse. And the Five of Bows in reverse, Empowerment. So what this means to me with empowerment here, and there is probably some fear about this abundance that's going to come to you soon. I think that with Venus and Shravana, it's asking you to respect all of your personal wisdom and everything that you have personally been through, to understand that you are wise enough to know what is best for you. Because the computer card, it says upgrade your mental software. This talks about changing how you think, recognizing, you know, it's like that saying that, you know, you have to change your thoughts from negative thoughts to positive thoughts so that you could manifest more positive experiences into your life, more abundance. But in the reverse, as this card is in the reverse, what I think that this means is it says we have respect your feelings here with Cancer and the Green Woman in reverse. I feel as though you have a hard time, for those of you who picked pile number 1, you have a hard time actually expressing your feelings, feeling worthy of abundance possibly. You might have a hard time feeling as though you deserve abundance because of a lot that you've been through, okay? However, there's an abundance coming to you soon in your relationships, possibly financially, and you are being told that this is absolutely what you deserve, because we have the Five of Bows, empowerment. This is meant to be an experience that makes you feel empowered. This is you stepping into your power. This is you getting all of your hard work paying off. And with the King of Vessels in reverse, there's definitely like this fear of like not knowing how you really feel about this situation. Or even what I'm also seeing here is that there needs to be some kind of ending. Okay, there definitely needs to be some kind of ending to achieve this abundance in the next we can have during this Venus and Shravana transit. What is coming to you actually, there could be, what I'm also getting is that you're probably going to have a career change, sorry, very soon, and you're aware of this already. You might already know that this change is coming, but you have attachments to a previous career, one that you need to let go, or a situation that you need to let go in order to be able to have this abundance, because you've already become so emotionally attached to it that it's so hard for you to release. But the thing is with the Journey card, or death, is that it is inevitable, but you are having some resistance to it. And Spirit wants you to recognize that the more you resist this change, the more it's really just going to hurt you and other people around you. Okay? For some of you, I'm hearing that this abundance has to do with you needing to walk away from a situation because you deserve a better, you deserve something so much better. Okay? I think that's why the you will start over again is here now, that I think about it, because with the Journey in reverse, life is a journey itself, okay, and we're meant to learn from our experiences, but we're also meant to have more experiences. And sometimes having more experiences means to let go of current experiences so that we can take on new ones. And I think for you, pile number 1, this is going to be your challenge, and this is the spiritual advice that Spirit has for you about this abundance that you are about to get very soon. But even though this might be somewhat painful, difficult, hard to let go transformation, trust that this is actually you stepping into your power, and also this abundance, which is inevitable, that will be coming into your life very soon, is really something that you do truly desire and truly want, even if the circumstances might not seem so on the surface. Okay, so that's what I have for you, call number 1. If you resonated with this reading, please let me know. Tell me what you think. Leave me a like and comment and subscribe. And I will be moving on to pile number 2. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. If you chose this, this is going to be your reading. We're going to look at a few things here. We're going to look at what you can expect overall this next week and a half during Venus and Shravana transit, and a couple of astrology cards, and we're going to look at some spiritual advice. Okay, so what is it that you can expect? For each pile, I do have 1 sign card and 1 house card, so we know what area of your life is being affected and what the general energy, possibly your energy is as well. So what can you expect during Venus and Shravana? Ascending the mountain, it says keep going forward. So this is about you are committing to a relationship. This is a relationship you have with someone that you are really pushing forward to, you're committed to. And if some of you are not in a relationship, it could be that, for what I'm picking up for some of you is that there's this, possibly you're getting tired of waiting for the right person to come into your life, and you're wondering if it's worth it to keep pushing forward, or if you're, that's especially what I'm picking up on this energy here. For those of you who are already in a relationship, I feel as though if you have been having a lot of issues with your partner, then things are going to improve, and Spirit's advising you to keep going forward. Okay, so what are the astrology cards that I have? I have Libra and the 11th house. Listen to friends and enjoy your time. Now, Libra is all about balance and harmony in relationships, and the 11th house is our house of friendships, hopes and dreams, our aspirations in life. And so this could be a reading about your friendships. If you are having, so I'm feeling as though you are getting to know your friends at this time, and you're moving forward, and you keep going forward even though things have been difficult for you. Perhaps some of you have been going through a lot. Okay, now Shravana is all about the person who has a lot of experience in life, who has walked a lot and gained a lot of wisdom, and that's very like represented by this card. So some of you could even have the sign Shravana in your chart somewhere. And what I'm picking up is you are spending a lot of time with your friends during this transit. Things are going to get better, okay? And I feel as though you need a lot of support from your friends at this time, which is why, you know, life is about, you know, climbing up mountain hills, and just getting over these mountain hills can take so much energy out of us, and Spirit is like going to put the right people into your life who are going to make this journey so much easier. So what spiritual advice does Spirit have for you? We have cell phone. It says polish your communication skills. And then the tarot, the King of Bows, the Knight of Vessels, the Shaman, and the Hooded Man. So this cell phone card, it talks about understanding that, you know, it talks about how cell phone sounds a lot like self-own, like owning yourself, and understanding that we don't always have to like wait for someone else to pick up the receiver when you know, we can't always be waiting around for other people. Sometimes people are not going to be available for us. Sometimes life feels like a lonely journey, but there are always going to be a few people who do pick up the receiver when we call them. There are always going to be people who are listening when we are opening up, and there are people who are there for us. But sometimes we also need to be willing to listen to our friends, because I think that in this next coming in the next couple weeks, your friends are going to come to you for advice, because you have been through a lot in life and you have a lot of understanding of what it means to get through life. Your friends are going to come to you during this transit of Venus and Shravana, and they're going to really need your advice. You are a leader to these people. You are a King of Bows. You are a leader, a wise shaman who has a lot of wisdom. But I'm also seeing that there's a need to protect your energy as well. Excuse me. With the Hooded Man here. And with the Knight of Vessels, this is about like being very emotionally deep with people. So people are going to like open up to you about some very emotional things, and like I think that a lot of people are going to come to you for relationship advice at this time. People are going to really need your experience, advice. Okay, and I think that what's coming to you, what you can expect, is even some conflicts, though. I'm also getting conflicts because with keep going forward, it's really about encouraging you to push forward through something, okay? And for some of you, this could even have to do with your love life, your love relationship, because the Knight of Vessels is also the Knight of Cups, and it's very possible that someone is going to come forward to you the next couple weeks and confess their feelings. Someone is possibly going to confess their feelings to you, and you're possibly going to even consult your friends to offer you advice on what you should do about the situation. because yeah, with listen to friends, you're gonna feel like you don't know what to do. You're gonna feel as though you don't know if it's worth it to keep going forward in this connection. You don't know if this person actually feels the same about you. But I'm seeing that they are definitely going to express this in the next week. Okay. And the advice from Spirit is to stay confident in yourself. Listen, like, you know, spend time around your friends. And, you know, I think that also, if you and your person even are in separation at this time, it's asking you to continue forward and trust that things are going to work out anyway. Listen to your intuition. Okay. Yes, and I'm hearing be creative. Okay, be creative and allow your light to shine at this time. You know, don't be afraid to socialize. Don't lock yourself up. You know, if you're feeling sad and depressed, make sure that you do reach out to people who care about you. Make sure you do, you know, not isolate yourself. It's good to be confident and strong, but sometimes we all need someone sometimes. So it's important to reach out when you really need it. When you really need a companion or someone to be there for you, always reach out to your friends. Those do you know that you can trust. Okay? Reach out to your friends and let them be there for you is what I'm seeing with this reading for a lot of you, okay? So, that is what I have for you, pile number 2. If this reading resonated with you, please let me know. Leave me a comment and like and subscribe, and I am going to be moving on to pile number 3. Hi, pile number 3. This is going to be your reading, so we're going to look at a few things here. We're going to find out what you can expect to come during this transit of Venus in Shravana. And also your 2 astrology cards, which one is a sign and one is a house, and we are going to look at some spiritual advice for you as well. Okay, so what is coming to you during Venus in Shravana transit from December 28th to January 8th? So we have impasse in reverse. It says reflect and redirect your energy. Your astrology card is the first house and Aquarius. So Aquarius is definitely all about change, and the first house represents the physical body. So you're making some changes to your physical health. Maybe you're changing how you live your life. You're probably making New Year's resolutions about wanting to live a better lifestyle, eat better, sleep better, all of that good stuff. Okay, and then I'm seeing, like, with reflect and redirect your energy in reverse, it's going to be really hard. Okay, so I'm seeing that a lot of you guys, this is about a relationship with yourself. Okay, so you need to make the right changes for yourself. Okay, and I think that this is going to be a challenge for you. This is what you can expect. So you can expect that even though you have possibly already made plans to make changes, don't be surprised if you have a relapse. It happens. You know, we're all human. You can only be human as, you know, in this life, I guess, but don't be hard on yourself either. Okay, it happens, but I think that you are going to be working on redirecting your energy back to where you really want to be, but it really is going to be a challenge. Okay, and the first house is also the house of where you are aiming to be in life in general. So I see that you, pile number 3, you're making a lot of New Year's resolutions for yourself, your relationship with yourself. A lot of you might be single, or if not, then this is just about how you care for your body, and how you express yourself. Not so much express yourself, I'm saying this more like how you present yourself to the world. You want to change a lot about how you are to the public, how people see you, how you present yourself. You want people to see you differently. You want people to see your uniqueness and more about your true nature, I see. But overall, especially, this is just like you changing how you care for yourself, and even, you know, just being more physically active even if you need to. But Aquarius is also all about like Aquarius is very intellectual. It's very, it's considered the water bearer, meaning that it provides, Aquarius is a source of where all water comes from. So this is about getting in touch with your own needs as well. You're getting in touch with your own needs, and trying your best to tend to these more often. Okay, so what spiritual advice does Spirit have for you about this? So it says, seek no further, your aha moment is at hand. And then the tarot cards say, so we have the Mirror in reverse. This is letting go of aspects of the self that need to be released. And the Nine of Vessels in reverse, generosity, possibly not giving so much of yourself all the time to other people and giving more to yourself. The Guardian upright, sorry. And oops, the Moon on water in reverse. So the Guardian is also about it's like trying to guard something that's not even really doing you any good. So there are some negative habits here that you are wanting to change. You're trying to change a lot of your bad habits. You're trying to you know better about these things that you just haven't really been able to let go of, because the Guardian, you know, you've been doing it for so long. How, you know, how could you just suddenly change it? You can't, you know, that this doesn't happen for anybody, but you know you need to change it. And with the Moon on water, you definitely have this deep fear that, like, what if, like, I'm hearing, like, what if I'm wasting my time? Okay, what if I am not actually gaining from, like, what if I won't actually gain from this? And I think that really, in reality, it's all about changing your perspective, because with the Moon, not the Moon, the Mirror in reverse, which is also the Hanged Man, it's about having a new perspective. And in this deck, it's about, you know, changing how you see yourself. You're changing how you see yourself now, and you recognize what, you know, behaviors that you have that don't even serve you. And with the Nine of Vessels, generosity in reverse, you're probably a very giving person. You probably give so much to others. Like Aquarius here being the water bearer, the source of where all water comes from, people see you as their source for water, and people might tend to take from you a lot. And I think that you're learning to change this about yourself. You're learning to give less to others and more to yourself, because you know that you need this as much as anybody else. Okay? Yeah. And this could be one of your big, like, some of your deepest fears, even, because, you know, this could be like something that you've been trying to do for years but haven't been able to really accomplish it. So now with the Impasse card here in reverse, you're going to try and go about this in a totally new way. You're going to, like, come up with a whole new plan or idea, and that's what the Key card is. You're going to have this epiphany where you know exactly what steps you need to take to actually achieve this change, these changes that you really desire. Okay, that's what I see is coming for you, pile number 3. With this Venus in Shravana transit. Please let me know if this reading resonated with you, and I will be moving on to pile number 4. Hi Celestial, so if you chose pile number 4, this is going to be your reading. So we're going to look at a few things here. We're going to look at what you can expect, okay, during this transit of Venus in Shravana. And then also we're going to look at some, we're going to look at your astrology cards, which one is a house and one is a sign. And it'll tell us, like, what area of your life is being affected at this time, and what general energies you are utilizing as well. And then we will have some spiritual advice from Spirit. So what can you expect during this time? So we have unknown territory. You are exactly where you need to be. And then your astrology cards are Virgo and the 12th house. So this makes a lot of sense. What I'm seeing for you here, pile number 4, you are probably all over the place. You probably feel like you are probably totally lost right now. You probably don't even know what's going on in your life. You don't know where you're going to be in the next 2 weeks from now. And you're probably also, you probably don't even have any like solid New Year's resolutions. But, what I'm seeing here with the 12th house is that the 12th house is all about like, it's like meditating on absolutely everything that's happened in the past 12 months and what did you gain out of it. That's the kind of energy of the 12th house. Getting that spiritual insight as to like everything you've learned so far or until now. But with Virgo here, there's this energy of like overthinking. You're trying to really analyze everything and you're trying to figure out where you're meant to go next. Okay, and with the 12th houses, you're meant to just go with the flow. Okay, and that's why this unknown territory card is saying that you are exactly where you need to be. And it's just asking you to trust in the universe, to trust in spirit, to trust that everything that's happening right now is literally a part of your soul's journey and plan. The plan that spirit has for you, that you have for yourself before you had incarnated in this lifetime. And I'm really especially feeling that there's so much energy of you being hard on yourself and really not giving yourself enough grace. It's like maybe you've made a lot of mistakes this year and maybe you didn't things didn't go exactly as planned and you ended up exactly where you weren't planning. Like everything about where you are right now is not what you planned. And sometimes life happens that way, but it's at the same time still part of your higher self's plan. And that's why spirit wants you to trust that during this time in your relationships where you are. For some of you, I feel as though a lot of you who chose this pile, you're probably single. And if you're not single, you are in a relationship and you probably don't know where it's headed, okay? You don't know where your relationship is headed. And spirit wants you to trust that whatever is happening right now is happening for a reason. And this is going to actually reveal itself in the future. So let's find out what spirit has to say about this. What is actually going on? So we have church, temple, mosque. It says recognize your spiritual authority, and the tarot cards are the 7 of bows in reverse, clearance, the page of stones, the links. So clearance, links, we have the forest lovers in reverse, and dedication, the 9 of arrows. So what I'm seeing here is that something possibly has come to an end. You have probably had a relationship that has ended, and you probably have so if you are inquiring about a specific person, okay, a relationship that has already been had or that you're still like waiting on even, spirit wants you to recognize your spiritual authority, meaning that you are first of all, you're probably a very intuitive person too. You know that you're able to like kind of sniff out your soulmates, and you know that this person that you have possibly had a recent clearing with and ending with, they are your soulmate. You feel this deep down. But what I'm really getting here is that this Venus in Shravana is actually really teaching you about you are waiting on your soulmate, okay? You're waiting on your soulmate, and and maybe you have invested in the wrong people and you're afraid of investing in the wrong people again. And so Spirit's saying that, you know, whatever you believe in, prayer, meditation, you know, to manifest exactly what you want, then you will. But you have to clear away all of your anxieties, everything that you are overthinking, over worrying about. With the 9 of arrows, you know, in reverse, you know, you need to come out of this place of as if it's never going to happen, okay? You know, it's like wondering when you'll get your chance. That's what I'm hearing. It's like, when am I going to get my chance? And you will, okay? And you wake up energy in other people. With this Church card, you wake up energy in other people. And I think that when you do come across soulmates, it really scares them. And if you have come across a soulmate recently and you're not sure where you stand with them, Spirit is advising you to spend time in meditation, spend time trusting your intuition as well. Okay, because this thing that you are going after is going to manifest based on your thoughts, based on, you know, what you're thinking. Because you have to be very careful about your thoughts if you really want to manifest this, you know, force lovers relationship upright. Then you have to really, you know, trust that it's meant to be, it's meant to happen. Because when we sign our soul contracts in incarnation, when we incarnate into this life, that's an inevitable outcome. That's going to happen no matter what you think, no matter what you do. Because you know, it's like, it's hard to explain, but it's all tied to how we think. And Spirit's asking you to remain positive, to trust that your fate is already written in the stars, and that your soulmate, your divine counterpart is out there, but you haven't met them yet, okay? And Spirit's asking you to trust this. With the unknown territory card, you know, it might seem like this isn't fair, but there's a reason for it. There's always a reason for why things happen the way that they do, why we go through certain things in life. There is always a reason for it, and you will get your answers very soon, okay? So that's what I have for you, pile number 4. If this reading resonated with you, please leave me a comment, like, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.